Hi YouTube. I'd like to talk to you about why it's important to read. I know reading is boring for a lot of you unless you have maintained and sustained an interest in reading since you were young. It's a hard habit to get back into. Read a page. That's not a hard ask of yourself. A chapter a day might be too much, but a page. It could be the Times. It could be a newspaper. It could be a comic. Anything that inspires and interests you. But it's important to read because it's a different way of taking in information than listening and watching TV and videos or audiobooks all the time. It requires your brain to do a little more processing and investing into this, and we need to work those synapses. So yes, it may feel challenging. It feels challenging because we're used to instant passive reception of information. By really focusing your mind, it helps you focus. So it's an exercise like meditation in being mindful of what's right in front of you and focusing. And if you find this challenging, like I said, just a page a day. We can always find that time for a page. Just like breaking down exercise. If anything seems too big, any goal seems too big, make it tiny. You don't have to do everything at once, and you'll progress. Your threshold will progress. Your interest will progress. But taking on information in general, besides just reading, why is it important to speak to other people? Speak to other humans. If you have similar problems like I do with agoraphobia and lack of socializing, it's important to start dialogue with family. You do have access to people, you just don't realize it. Anyone that you come in contact with that is quality, please get involved in conversations. Ask them questions. Ask questions about their life. Learn things. Learn from them. It's important for you to have these engagements with other people. It's good for our quality of health, and we realize that we have more people than we ever imagined that we did. So there's side benefits to this, besides just the absorption of knowledge and information. Passively acquiring knowledge and information. Watch documentaries while you clean your house. Let podcasts play. Audible books while you exercise. Take in knowledge. If you're lucky and you have the means, or you find a workshop that is free, go to workshops, go to the planetarium, go to classes, learn and expose yourself to people and information as much as possible in as many medium as possible, not just television and video. It's an exercise for your mind, and if all you ever see is your own reflection, your own day, your own life, that's all you have to look at, that's all you know. And if all you ever talk about is your own thoughts, that's all you have to talk about. And if all you ever take in is yourself and your own thinking, then that's all you have to think about. your life gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And you lose so many doors shut to you, and you close in on yourself. We have to be receptive, and acquiring and exposing ourselves to these things is what allows us to grow, because it provides us with opportunities. There are a billion different minds in the world, and everyone has something unique to bring to the table. Would you want to eat the same food every single day for the rest of your life? Probably not, because there's so many things to try, you couldn't try them all in a lifetime. Expose yourself to the minds of others in as many means as possible. Expand your own mind. This expands your possibilities in life and your joys exponentially. That is why it is important to read. Try it. 1 page a day. It's meditation, it's mental exercise, and it's allowing you to hear other perspectives. It'll boost your creativity. It'll boost you as a person. And when you speak with other people, be inquisitive. Be receptive. Don't be closed-minded. You need to know what you don't know. You already know what you do know. If that's what you're seeking to verify your own point of view, why are you even holding the conversation? It's okay to have civil debate and discussion, because the introduction of different perspectives is what helps us adjust, modify, or reaffirm where we stand. And it's just interesting how many different takes you can have on the same material, life. Even those people that you think you know really well may offer you something profound that you never saw coming. Just a different way to look at something. So be receptive to information as much as you can gather, everywhere you can gather it. I need to clarify everywhere, not everywhere. You need to be selective of where you gather this information. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair again. It's a really bad habit. I just see how big it is when it's live. I got a big hair thing. I love my hair. It's okay. You're okay, big hair. Back to the point. You need to be selective about who you're speaking with. And don't just judge a stranger. You know, filter the stranger once you have exposed yourself to the stranger and you know what they're about. But expose yourself to positive things that move you in the direction that you want to go toward. Don't expose yourself to things that are going to swallow you up in your own negativity. That's not helpful. You don't need other people's toxicity. You don't need to take on the world's burdens. In every horrible situation in the news, there's always a hero. It's important to be informed, to be balanced, because what we put in becomes what we think about and what we draw to ourselves, and what we then in turn put back out. So be selective of what you're absorbing, but absorb, absorb, absorb. Read, watch, listen, speak to others, take classes, straight conversations, be inquisitive. Practice makes perfect. And with everything, you don't need to read a novel. You don't need to get a newspaper subscription. You don't need to become a social butterfly. yeah, that's never going to happen for me. Uh, but seriously, broaden the types of information you're taking in, and really be selective with them, and say hello. Ask the people you think you know some things. Try to take in something other than yourself on a daily basis. Because if you could grow, you'd have done it already. I mean, it's as simple as that. If you knew the way to happiness and your future goals, and even if you don't have goals, how to make goals, how to become who you want to be, and to realize who you are, really at the core of it, you'd have done it. Nobody wants a difficult life, and no one wants to suffer. So, if you don't know yet, you won't know on your own. So get out there in some kind of way. If you ask enough people, you get little bits. And between everybody, you get the right answer. So, that's my reading push on you. I challenge you to read at least one page a day. Come on. It could be out of a cooking book. I don't care. Love you guys. And someday I'll love reading. I'm not there yet myself. But I love the premise. And I love what all these new lines of knowledge and wisdom and experience have brought to my life. So, it's a venture worth doing. Bye. Hope you have a wonderful day.